YouTube family, what's good with you? It's your boy 2A in LA, and as always, fam, anything I say in this episode, prior episodes, or future episodes, it's just my personal opinion. Don't take it as fact, don't take it as law. Always do your own homework and come up with your own conclusions. Right about now, fam, I should go ahead and tap that like button for your boy. If you're new to the channel, I want to say welcome. Come on in. You can join the congregation by smashing that subscribe button and requesting all post notifications. And if you are an existing supporter of this channel, fam, I appreciate you more than you can possibly imagine. You are the reason this channel is anything. All right, fam, let's get this episode rolling. So we got another great review for you today. We have the Guncrafters 4 1/4. And if you guys haven't seen kind of my initial impressions on that video, make sure you go back and check that out, because I really got into this gun. I gotta admit, was a little perplexing for me. And what I mean by that is, normally when I see a gun, it makes sense. Like, I know exactly who that gun is for, who the target buyer is, and I can see it in contrast to other guns in that particular group. And this gun kind of took me aback a little bit. I felt like it was an attractive gun. I felt like it was really well manufactured. You can tell quality when it's in your hand, right? But at the price point, which was right around $6,000, you start getting up in that territory. You're messing with some heavyweights. Now all of a sudden Atlas is in play. Now all of a sudden Hayes is in play. And do I think this gun is that? I wasn't sure. I hadn't shot it yet, so that's part of it. But also I was like, who is the gun for? And I kind of struggled with that. So let me let you take a look at the gun. This is the covert version of the Guncrafters 4.25. Now they also make a 4.6 and a 5-inch. Let me tell you why I struggled with this gun a little bit. In part because of the price point. At that price point too, typically I want a deleted grip safety. It's overkill in my opinion, and most higher end guns are offering you that deleted grip safety. The gun is ported, but it has a bushing barrel. And let me say this, like, not all bushing barrels are created equally. I think the quality of the barrel is very, very good, but you know, typically speaking, you want a kind of thick bull barrel in this space, at this price point and in this space. But they are coming out with a bull barrel, so just be mindful of that. It does not have a toolless guide rod, so the takedown is a little complex. Again, things you want at that price point. It doesn't have a full dust cover. It has that kind of reset look that you see traditionally on 1911s. And kind of when I was thinking about this and talking about that, and this is this will be much more pronounced on a 4.6-inch barrel or a 5-inch barrel, right? So when I was thinking about that, it hit me like, now I see it. Now I know who this gun is for. If you're somebody who likes that traditional 1911 look, right, and you don't want all of the fancy styling like you're going to get on an Infinity and some of these other guns, you like that traditional look, this is a gun that you are probably going to want to take a look at. You love the 1911 look, but you want that double stack capacity and something that's a little bit more modern. This gun is going to speak to you. In fact, fam, as I thought about it more, I got a specific example for you. Alchemy. If you guys are not familiar with Alchemy, they're owned by Cabot, or Cabot owns them, or one way or the other. But Alchemy makes a very, very well constructed firearm. Well machined, very good componentry, great shooting guns. But it has a very old school feel to it. And that's really not my vibe. It's one of the reasons why I don't have an Alchemy in my collection, because I like a gun with a full dust cover. I like a gun that's a little bit more modernized, right? But there are people who swear by Alchemy and love Alchemy. And I get it, because if you're just talking about how they shoot, incredible. To me, this is like a more attractive Alchemy. So if you want a gun that really, really shoots well, but also has that kind of retro vibe, old school vibe, yeah, I think Guncrafters could be your ideal gun. All right, but enough about that. Let's get into the review. So look, review: zeros lowest possible, hundreds highest possible. Never had a 0, never had 100, but one can always hold out hope for that, right? If you got a gun that's kind of 50 and 60, that gun is right down the middle. It's going to be reliable every time, going to go bang. Just doesn't have any real feels or thrills to it. If you got something 60 and 70, you've got a gun that's one deviation above the norm. Maybe it has a great trigger on it or some feature that makes it stand out just a tad above kind of that middle of the road gun. If you got something 70 to 80, you got a gun that has some distinct features or qualities to it that really separates itself from the pack. And if you got something 80 to 90, now you're talking kind of best 80 to 89, I would say. You're talking about something that's a best-in-class gun or very close to a best-in-class gun. And if you got something 90 above, grail gun status. All right, fam, let's get into the review. First up, fit and finish, fam. I told you guys, this gun is very, very well construction. DLC coating, tolerances are really, really tight. The tolerances are really tight. Slide to frame fit, really good. Grip to slide fit, very good. No lockup whatsoever on the barrel. Smooth as butter. DLC coated. This gun is really, really well made. We're going to give it a 15 out of 15 for fit and finish. All right, fam. Next up, reliability. I got to say, fam, I was very impressed. 4 1/4 ported. The gun just ran. It ran. I didn't have any hiccups, no malfunctions. We put a lot of different ammo through it, put a lot of rounds through it. I just thought the gun was really, really well done. Reliability, again, this gun is going to get a 15 out of a possible 15. All right, fam. Next up, durability. Again, DLC coated all metal gun, just really, really, really well done. You take care of it, it's going to take care of you. I was trying to find some flaws relative to the durability, something I could point to, but nah, they did that. Durability, 15 out of a possible 15. All right, fam. Next up, trigger. Look, I'll put the pull weight up there, but just a tad bit of take up, clear defined wall, crisp clean break, reset. It's a short reset, fam. I tell you, this gun shoots very, very fast. I'm impressed with the trigger. We're going to go ahead and give the trigger a 14 out of a possible 15. All right, fam. Next up, accuracy. I'll put up some shots I did unassisted from about 15 yards so you can get an idea about the groupings. I found the gun to be very, very accurate. Yeah, I had surprisingly so, particularly for a 4 1/4, right? It'd be different maybe if it was a 4.6 or a 5. I'm sure those guns have even greater accuracy than this, but I thought the accuracy was very, very solid for a 4 1/4 gun. So accuracy, we're going to give this a 9 out of a possible 10. All right, fam. Next up, ergonomics. Look, gun feels great. The grip is a really good quality grip. The only thing I don't like about it is it has the grip safety there. I feel like I said, for a gun at this price point, the grip safety should be deleted and it should be blended in. So I'm going to ding it a little bit for that. Before a 4 1/4 gun, very, very, very solid. Ergonomics, we're going to give it an 8 out of a possible 10. All right, fam. Next up, aftermarket support. Look, the 2011 market is exploding, especially at the mid-tier level and at the kind of entry level. It seems like new players are entering into those markets on a daily basis. Because of that, there's a ton of part support out there, a ton of companies that are specializing and modifying 2011s. Lots of really solid, reputable companies out there. Aftermarket support, 4 out of a possible 5. All right, next up, maintenance and upkeep. This comes back again, fam, in my opinion, to it having a bushing barrel, no toolless guide rod. The takedown makes it a little bit more complex. At this price point, that's really not what you want. You want it to be as user-friendly as possible. So for maintenance and upkeep, we're going to score the gun a 3 out of a possible 5. All right, fam. Next up, affordability. So this gun is coming in right around $6,000. That's a lot of money for a 4 1/4 gun. Like I said, you add another $500 to it. Would you rather have an Atlas EOS? I personally would. But again, if you're looking for that retro kind of vibe, if you're an alchemy guy, this is definitely one to consider. It shoots like crazy. It's very, very attractive, but $6,000 for a gun is just, high cotton. So I'm going to put it at a 1 out of a possible 5 for affordability. All right, fam. Next up, flex. Is Instagram gonna go crazy? Are your boys gonna be like, damn, is the range officer gonna be holding you up just so he can take an extra look at your gun? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's a very attractive looking firearm, fam. I love the look. I think with some small changes in upcoming models, like deleting that grip safety, putting a toolless guide rod and a bull barrel in this gun, I think it's going to take it to another level. But right now, flex still gets a 4 out of a possible 5. All right, fam, if you add all of that up, you get an 88 out of a possible 100 points, fam. That is a very, very high score. I told you, once you get past like that 85 to 89, you're in that best in class territory. I think, again, that this is, for a second, let's just put aside the grip safety, the bushing barrel, and the lack of a toolless guide rod, the lack of a full dust cover. Let's just talk about the gun itself. How it shoots. The gun shoots amazing. It is accurate as all get out. It is very, very fast. It's got a great trigger. It looks beautiful. The quality of the construction is top notch. I put it up there against any of the kind of high-end gun manufacturers. It's a phenomenal gun. It really warrants that 88 score. Now, is it the gun for you? Would you rather have a 4.6? Would you rather have a 5? Do you like that retro vibe with kind of the more 1911 look than kind of the modern 2011 look? This is kind of an in-between gun, kind of gives you the best of both worlds, in my opinion. Look, I think Guncrafters did a very good job. I kind of expressed to you the things that I would like to see on a Guncrafters gun for me to buy one. But yeah, there's no doubt it's a great pistol. All right, that's it for this episode, fam. Until next time, as always, take care of one another and peace.